Okay, so today I'm talking about how to draw roads in perspective. So here I collect some reference, for example, and I will explain. First, is this like a more generic, I think, very popular pattern with a road going front. It's like ascending and descending. Then second type will be with curvature. So here you see it's kind of waves like this. And the third, like absolutely insane kind of, I will explain also how you can draw roads like this, and also like how can you draw vehicles on this road. Так, so let's begin. Так. So this kind of road, right? First of all, let's see what is a subject here. So in general, let's say we have like a ground plan. This ground plan is going to vanishing point on a horizon line. Usually this is named Z vanishing point. Then we might have like this, like ascendant or descendant, right? So it's like road can go up like this, so it will be surface which will have vanishing point above horizon line. So this will be like vanishing trace. And then it's again, it can go back parallel to ground. So, and if it's parallel to ground, it means it's parallel to Z axis, which is will go to vanishing point in Z. And no, I mean from side this doesn't look like this because it's just example, but it's going to Z. We see it as a projection. So if here I will draw parallel, kind of same angle moving up, it will go to same vanishing point as this vanishing trace. But if I want to make it go below horizon line, if it will go like descending or going on down, right? So then it will go to vanishing point below horizon line. So we have like other vanishing trace below horizon line. So all everything parallel to this angle will go to vanishing point below horizon line. Everything parallel to this will go vanishing point above horizon line. So let's say here, if I have like horizon line here, so it's vanishing point Z. So, and I have like road here, right? So this left edge and right edge of the road. So now it's just going straight parallel onto the ground, and it's going endless till horizon line, like. But then maybe I have this road like when on about here it start to have like ascending, it's going up. So I can choose exactly like how high. So, and I say like, okay, it will be here, right? Then it will be work as a vanishing point. And then I can stop at somewhere here, or it can be like going higher than my eye view. So it's like horizon line, as you can remember, is a line of sight. So it's same high as my eye level. So if this road going higher than my eye level, then it will be like going above horizon line. If it's going up but its ends about here below my eye level, I will still able to see when it's back to parallel to the ground. So it was like parallel to ground here, then it's going up here, and again became parallel, and again endlessly going out, right? But what if it's again change angle? So, and now from here it's the road start to going down. So then again I can find vanishing point for this, and let's see, it's going somewhere here. It's if it's intersect with this my previous direction, I can make like this, so it will be have this intersection point. So from a side view it look like this. So have this direction, this here, right? Then it's going up here, and then it's going down here. So here it's going back parallel to ground, going back to this Z vanishing point. So it start from this H and it return to same H and return to this angle. So and then it look like this. So it's kind of bump on the road. Goes to axis. Then, let's say here. I kind of look at just slowly, step by step, describing all the stuff so it's clear. So then, of course, it can be many different variations. Let's say. So have this road again here, that's the vanishing point, and now it's going here, going up. Then, let's say again. And it can go below. So now here road going lower than it was before, right? And then again it's returned to same. Now it's also parallel, so start like this, then it's going up here, then it's going down, and now it's back to parallel to this surface, so it's kind of going to the vanishing point but lower on the ground. So, and again in any point here it's can again go up, and maybe here it's going above horizon line. So now we have here is like a hill which is hiding horizon line from our view. Hello Moto-T. Hello Moto-T. Today also streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch. Experimenting. So if I make a line here, so this kind of what will be visible. And here kind of this like a top of a hill. Also if you want you can sometimes show this one also kind of crease. And okay, maybe let's also show, yeah, okay, just for example, plus Z vanishing point. Так, all is fine. Today it's Chinese New Year, and I live in Taiwan, so it's kind of Chinese New Year in Taiwan. Так. So, and here we can do also, as it can be many other vanishing points. It's also, we can move vanishing points. So vanishing point can be like same height but move on the right. So let's say maybe I start with this angle, so it's going up, and then it's going parallel, and then here it's all going up and little to the right, and then from like, let's see, from here it's going to vanishing point on the horizon line, so it's parallel to ground but it's turning left, you see, and maybe like here you start to go in somewhere like on the vanishing point below horizon line on the left, somewhere here. So what we will see, we will see this. So it's like it's not reach horizon line, is going under, kind of under heel. So let's see here. So when we look on a reference like this, right, first it's just don't, no, I mean it's like very beginner level, but anyway I need to explain this. So need to be clear where is horizon line. So let's see. So this vanishing point is not on the horizon line. This is vanishing trace, it's below horizon line. Horizon line, it's about here. So this is kind of the vanishing point, and whoop, sorry to draw here. And this kind of road going here parallel to ground. So this part here is the road moving downwards. Let's see. Here, what we have here, it looks like, yeah, so this one, about here. This, it's the vanishing point, so horizon line is here. So it means this part from here going to vanishing trace, and this idea, right? And from here we have these 2 points. So road have vanishing point above previous vanishing point. Then about here it's change, maybe it's go to the vanishing point or somewhere. Anyway, it's just now it's overlapped by this heel. We cannot see what behind the heel, right? So then let's see another example. This one. So same here, like where is horizon line? You can easily determine, like discern. Anyway, you can easily find horizon line by watching buildings here. because we assume buildings they're standing perfectly kind of parallel to ground, perpendicular to ground. If they're not, they will fall. So this will be like the vanishing point here. So, and we can see which part of the road is parallel to ground if it follows the vanishing point. So it's this part, right? So this part is following the vanishing point, it's parallel to ground. So this one obviously have this vanishing point below ground, or below horizon line, below eye level. So it's not parallel to ground. Yeah, this is what's important. So these points here also going here, right? So, and then we look about this part of the road. It's also back to parallel to ground. So maybe I will draw this to make it clear. So let's say so have this kind of situation. It's like horizon line is the vanishing point. And here we have vanishing point for this decline, for road going down. So let's say like this. And then like here, this road going back parallel to ground. And then again about here it's going back down, right? So now this work as an edge. It's like this edge is like an edge of a hill overlapping this part of road. So because here is going back again, going down, and from here it's again going to parallel to ground. So let me also show this will be vertical lines here for buildings, this y-axis, right? And let's show. So this road go like this. This here is kind of this corner of a surface. So we can also make subdivision, just for example. So, and this here, it also can be like a road going on the left. So it's like car can move here on the left or on the right, right? No, I mean, I just draw like car tracks. And here I can show some buildings. So let's see. So buildings there follow this vanishing point on the horizon line. So here, let's see. Maybe this one very tall. I just randomly drawn buildings not from reference. Так. also here we can make like road turn to right, so it's like and maybe here some buildings, some horizon line, mountain, like this. Так. No, this one is the extreme example. Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, thank you for. Так. So this one example here is like same simple scenario, it's just extreme composition, kind of very creative approach. So it's like road here have 45 angle. So if here in this picture we have like road going like this, going like this, then it's go parallel to ground, and then go like this and return to parallel to ground. On this reference here, the road is like going 90-degree down and then going straight like this. It's just funny extreme composition. So if we draw this one, it's like we have instead, okay, we'll draw like this. So usually we will have this like y-axis here. It's like parallel to horizon line, and in this picture here we have tilted camera, so it's like Dutch tilt. So this y-axis line tilted to the right, so it means horizon line is kind of here, it's tilted, and on this picture a horizon line is above picture plane, it's outside picture plane, right? So maybe it's even here, so it means this is the horizon line outside of picture plane, so this is the vanishing point, right? Here is the vanishing point, and this vanishing trace is about here, and it's look like this. So let's see. So it's interesting. I find like many references, maybe even like totally 18-degree. Just interesting to see creative composition for drawing roads. So it can be like this, right? So if you want to draw this surface of a road, you can use a vanishing point. This kind of for dynamic lines or for drawing vehicle. So let's see. You have this like vehicle here. And then later we'll talk about drawing vehicle, just for example. Так, quick. So what is important mention here too, it's like rounding edges little bit. So let's say here we have this road, what I show, right? Usually edges they rounded little, right? Soften, not so sharp. Here in the city it looks pretty sharp, but still it will be for certain extent rounded for sure. So we can just like talk about different level of roundness. Some kind of like when you are rounding edges on a line in a, like a vector line in a Photoshop or Clip Studio. So let's say here, what's this? Z vanishing point. Then from here it goes somewhere there above vanishing point, and here is going below horizon line, and here is back again, right? So I just rounding these corners just like this. So when you have like clear angles, when you have clear idea what is direction, where is vanishing points, only then you can apply this roundness, you know. So because otherwise, okay, like this we have this straight, no, clear direction, right? So it's clear direction, and then you just make little round. If you don't start from this clear simple directions, okay, then it's like you need to make think about vanishing points for every of this. It's just pointless, it's too much. Better you just think about maybe like this one and this, and around in between. I hope it's kind of makes sense. So again, like instead of thinking about endless amount of vanishing points, kind of like this, right? Instead of looking for all of them, you just say like choose couple, so like this, right? And then you just round up this in between. So now check this. Let me check. Yeah, so let me also make sure, I want to mention this, like case when you don't have all vanishing points on the picture plane. So let's say this is my horizon line, this is vanishing point on the horizon line, so I have this road parallel, but then here I want to go up, right? So somewhere there will be vanishing point, but it's outside of picture plane. How to do? Same like in my tutorials about how to draw perspective grids, like I have on YouTube, Jinbon Art. You just, how to say, you establish angle. So you say like, okay, this is straight line, is the center here, right? And you can show, okay, which kind of angle you have. So you establish extent, kind of like it's kind of this angle, it show how far this vanishing trace, how far it's from horizon line. So let's say when I have this Z vanishing point here and vanishing trace here, so it looks like this, right? But when I have vanishing trace more close to here, to horizon line, then it's kind of angle will be different. Do you see what I mean? So it's kind of by showing extent of convergence, you're showing how close vanishing point to horizon line here. So now I kind of establish angle, so I have this straight line here, this straight vertical line, then I have this angle here, and then I can draw in between as many as I need, or I can continue just eyeballing continuation of this angle. Like imagine like somewhere here is vanishing point, but I just don't have paper to show it exactly, right? So I just kind of imagine it there, and it's totally fine to make it not perfect. It just should be convincingly, it should look proper, you know. So when I have this like perspective grid, then I can say like, okay, road going here, and then maybe I want again, I say here will be vanishing point for angle for road going below, then here it's again going up, not parallel to ground but up again. So I follow this perspective grid direction. So let's go like this, and here go up, and here again will be go down, but we'll have a edge of a hill here. Kind of this. Okay. Так, so yeah, so I already tell about rounding edges, and this kind of what is happening here. So let's show it. Take change color, pink. So it's not sure exactly, but maybe horizon line. Maybe horizon line, maybe somewhere here. So maybe here or a little lower, and it's just not entirely clear on the photo reference. It's not always clear. So this will be like Z point. So it's mean this part of road going up to vanishing trace above horizon line, this horizon line. Then this part of road, you can see very little part is going to this vanishing point below horizon line, so it's going down, and this one also going below horizon line to here. So we have 4 vanishing points here. Так. Same here, it's like madness. You say madness.
Madness. This is Jane Bond art.
Так. So here we can definitely see, like if we're not sure where is horizon line, right? So it's not exactly clear which side part of road is parallel to ground. But at least you can start with kind of finding vanishing points. So this is definitely going uphill, so we have this kind of overlapping edge here, and it seems it might be not super clear, but it also might be above horizon line, but it's definitely above your eye level. So eye level, it's here, this eye level. But maybe we sit in the car, it's kind of, так, let me think. No, if you sit in the car, oh, and break my brain too. Oh. Yeah, break my brain here. Anyway, so this is overlapping here, right? So it's mean from this part road going down, maybe to this vanishing point, and here is going up like this. Так. So let's draw this one. So somewhere there, this vanishing point for a road going up, and then here we have this vanishing point, and then we have vanishing point about here for this. So from here is going down somewhere here, so maybe it's kind of this shape. So I can then around little soften these edges, so it will start to look around it. Так, then so from side it look like this, going up here, going back here, maybe there, or like this. Yeah, kind of this one. For a moment I'm not sure where is horizon line, so this still might be go down, maybe this one parallel to ground and this go up, not entirely sure, but anyway relative to each other it's kind of this. And later I will explain why sometimes it's not important, like in the context of some reference, because you know there is practical use of perspective in a drawing roads, right? And there is just some kind of general theory which might be going too far, and it's absolutely not necessary. So let's say like we can talk about drawing lines in like projecting curved lines in perspective, like in a framed perspective book. So it's like, you know, like you draw this square on a side view, and you see like, oh, here is a curve of a road from a side, and then I draw this square in perspective, and now I need to project this curve in perspective, and it's kind of okay. It's nice to have this practice, right? How to project curves in perspective. But honestly, kind of for drawing road in perspective, I don't see any case when you really need to do this. Like, why you need to build road in perspective in this way. It's like you want to make piece of a road in your comic book page like this. It's kind of useless, not really practically useful. So especially like when you care more about your storytelling or creating, you know, like visual composition, making road like build like 100% correct in perspective is like least what you care about. What is really important actually is just to have general ideas, like just how it snap to the environment, right? So we have like a building here in the road, and you need also know how to draw vehicle on the road or people, right? So it's like this is why you need to know where is horizon line, because you will know where is the y-axis, where is vertical line, so you can draw like hitchhiker on the road or like motorcycle driver. So he was like standing kind of perpendicular to ground, right? Or you can able to draw a vehicle on the road. So yeah, later I will talk about this drawing vehicles, because this is like more essential, because you can have like some crazy road and you need to know how can you draw vehicles on some like very fancy crazy road. So here it's like no matter how complex it might seem, it's I think it's already clear how it works, right? So it's just rounded edges of this. Let me draw here. So it's like if I have bunch of overlappings here, and they just follow different vanishing points. So, and already now notice one thing here. On this case, when we have complex shape of a road, it's became more important about like abstract composition of a road, about shape itself, like a shape language of a road, rather than building curves in perspective, you know. It's because you will like break your head and spend like whole day or whole week to figure out how to project 3D object with exact composition, kind of, you know, in perspective. So it'll be crazy. So here, you know, it's just creates this. So we have, you see, this grace curves. So it's more just like shape language than perspective. You just like in like with this theory of building perspective grids, right? What do you need in perspective grid? You need one side and other side, and now you create this tapering, you create this ratio kind of change, right, between this side and this side, and now you can feel this like intermediate, or you can continue same ratio, kind of expand it, right? Same here, we have center of a road and we have this kind of curvature here, right? Now same, you can draw in between, so you will get all this transition kind of. So instead of figuring out perspective or of each centimeter and angle change here, which will just break your brain for no reason, it's just no point in it. You can just apply this principles, you know. And etc. So, and from this point I will talk why I make this tutorial, because like for me it was like big problem. I was kind of like, okay, like I take this concept about like how to properly draw stuff in perspective, and I try then build road this way, and then it's not how you actually do it when you need to draw road like this, you know, when you need to draw something crazy like this or like this, right? You not draw it as perspective. You're not drawing it like object in perspective. You applying your understanding of perspective, because like if you need to be able to see where is horizon line and vanishing point for this piece of road, or for this piece of road of the vehicle, right? But generally, like main skill you need to draw in this road, it's just drawing interesting shapes. So, and drawing ribbon like this one. How the hell you will draw this in perspective? Like, no, I mean, your starting kind of your bottom level need to be like a genius to to draw this. I mean, it's just pointless. It's like definitely will be too much to building this in perspective, but you still can add your perspective knowledge to make sure it's properly drawn. So, and here, so what is about on these cases, like when we want to draw some crazy roads, we need to talk about ribbon. And it's like Will Weston, for example, in his workshops he always talk about practice to draw ribbon like as a 3D object. It's same important like when we study how to draw box, or then you start to like you need to understand how to draw conus, how to draw pyramid. No, this is basic drawing form, basic 3D forms, right? Or cylinder. And then ribbon. So what is ribbon? It's like it's can be like this, right? You can add thickness to it, and this stuff, this ribbon can be crazy, right? It can be like let's say like turning around, some kind of this, right? So you just need to spend some time playing around with this. It will just change your brain, you know, to be able better operate with this kind of say like twisted objects. So, and then also you can, let's say, can like exercise doing crazy stuff like this. Let's say we have just 2 lines, right? And now turn it into a ribbon. So here it's go like this. So let's say I put it. So just drop 2 crazy curves and then see how it can be a ribbon. So then here you see the dun dun dun. This kind of center line. Yeah, you can also like show where is center line. Yeah, maybe let's make a shade in here. Because what is ribbon, right? It's like if we have square or box and we take a slice from this box, right? So you take a slice from it and you can like add like one more box, one more square, or you just extend this side of box. So as a surface or like box kind of itself is like very flat box, right? In perspective, we can talk here also about this like 3 axes, like y-axis, z-axis, and x-axis, right? So it means also it can have all this like perspective grid within this surface itself, right? Like I showed also in my previous tutorials. So you can anytime any part of your work you can turn into perspective grid, because it's just something help you to see like how you can place stuff here. So in this again, like when you have this grid, you see like, oh, this might be like a car here, right? So this what I talk. So when you have this ribbon, right, like of this side of a box, like of this like flat box, on a ribbon you need to be able to find this grid. So we have this Z, right? So this Z grid going like this here. It start to turning. So again, let's say like this ribbon here. So where is this perspective grid on the ribbon? It's like we can clearly say this, it's a Z here, right? Then we see this Z changing angle here. it's same Z grid. So in this kind of cases, right, it's like you yourself, it's not like you're finding this grid, it's simultaneously finding, like understanding it, and also making it, because it's my object. I just made up it, right? So I can also made up perspective grid for this surface. So here, this is all Z, 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 Z. So it's like in a box, right? So it's this Z, Z, Z. Then I have this X, kind of, right? So it's like we have this X curved perspective grid. X kind of grid, right? And then this one here, it's Y. So here Y go like this. So in case maybe if I want to draw like electric poles, so let's say how this Y will be changing here, kind of this, right? So if I want, I will able to draw electric poles. And this kind of like you see in my video where I analyze Ryan Berry, Nine Monkeys work, when he drew like very crazy freeways with perspective. It's like this one, for example, is highway, or how's it called, like this, during Godzilla attack. So it's like Godzilla here, like rawr. What's the and here it's important also nuance you need to remember clearly. Road my bend like crazy, just for any reason, right? It's like road can be on a flat surface. Let's say we have this flat surface, right? And road like this on this surface, just kind of crazy, right? Just have all these turns. Or maybe this road is on a round surface, so we have this like cylinder. So here is the ground, and here we have this like a hill, kind of, right? So here it's like road going uphill, chance like this, and this road might go uphill here, and it also can go like this, like making crazy swooshes during this uphill kind of and downhill movement, right? So this is kind of trick with the roads. It can be wild, it can be totally crazy. So, and especially like in the case when you want to draw it crazy, it's a ribbon first of all. So And then we have this question. Okay, so I have like a limo, right? Like a long vehicle. If I draw long vehicle like this limo in a 5-point perspective, like I have 5-point perspective here, with like fish eye perspective, right? So in fish eye perspective, this limo will be curved, right? Like this. But this is not fisheye perspective, it's not curvilinear perspective, it's just curved shape of a road. So it means like if I draw car on this road, like this like poor driver, he drive his long car through this curved road, right? So it means car cannot curve, car will be straight. So road might be curve, but vehicle cannot curve, vehicle will be straight. So it means you need to, in your mind, you need to separate curvature of a road and perspective. So let's say also here, so like, oh, like what's this? What happened? Like my car cannot be follow this curvature like this, unless it's like cartoon and you want to make a joke, kind of, right? No, so you need to draw it straight. Like a box. So let's see, lima is long here. No, I mean it's an exaggerated angle, but it's deliver my point. So in this, again, this why we need this perspective, because this perspective, first of all, it's for vehicles we draw on the road, because vehicles on the road, they're following a perspective of this like ground and horizon line, right? So no matter how crazy surface we have, and so it's like, let's say this surface, and then on this surface road like moving left and right like this, right? So it's not only up and down, it's also left and right. So our car doesn't move like this. Our car not twist its form, it's always square kind of box. So in every of this kind of stuff we need to know where is horizon line with vanishing points on this horizon line, and where is vanishing points above and below horizon line for our car as a box. Because here I will say like, okay, so on this round surface kind of, right, I can say like, okay, here is kind of angle like this, so I can make kind of grid from this angle, and now I can draw my vehicle in this grid. So in there we have all this crazy road. But our vehicle always follow vanishing point on horizon line, or vanishing point above horizon line, or vanishing point below horizon line. So we have here like pick up. And same here, is like, okay, we have this piece of road, right? But I need to have for myself, I need to have clear idea which vanishing point it will follow. So I say like, okay, maybe it's like this. So I draw a vehicle following this perspective grid. Same here, I say like, what's this here? Okay, I will establish, I will say it's kind of this kind of box here, and I will draw a vehicle following this box perspective. Так. I will talk about this again. It's kind of, I can see it's a very complex case. Так. So again, what is about? It's about to draw crazy and cool roads for our compositions. It's about drawing a ribbon. It's about understanding surface as a perspective with vanishing points on the horizon line. And also it's about shapes. And shapes is kind of 2D. So if like surface is perspective, it's like perspective grids, or this perspective with vanishing point stuff. Ribbon is about drawing 3D object. Maybe you even don't know perspective, you just, you know, it's just about fun of a ribbon shape itself. Just spend some time like to have a kind of to grasp kind of this idea how to draw ribbon in the 3D. And the shapes, what is shapes? Shapes is like you forget it's 3D, you only look at this as a 2D object, and there is like this couple rules. It's like shapes is it's kind of subject of a composition. It's like when we talk about composition of artwork, right? So it's this 2D abstract quality of composition. So it means like when you draw, when you have two lines, right, it's more dynamic if these two lines, they will have tapering, so it's not parallel. So when you draw this like tapering lines in your shape of your road, it will be more interesting. Also it have like this kind of two interlocking curves, kind of, you know, which also kind of remind kind of this dynamic form, right? And kind of, yeah, this will be kind of enough. So it's interlocking curves and also this kind of shape. So it's like one diagonal line go pointing towards another diagonal line. So I will show you how it looks. Так, let me show you. Let's say this one. So you see, no matter what perspective here, it's just like, look how cool dynamic curves it have. So it's tapering here. What? Sorry. What happened? So notice this side of road, right? This side and this side, they're making tapering. So it's tapering here, this tapering here, then this kind of overall kind of have this kind of tapering. This. And interlocking curves, kind of, so this curve here, curve here, curve here. Так.
What do you do?
I say what I mean, and I do what I say.
I say what I mean, and I sharpen my pencil. Так. So let's say this one, right? Like, aside of all this important stuff like perspective, you know, all the surfaces in perspective, to be able to draw this thing, first of all you need to be able to draw it as a shape itself, you know, because it's on itself just as shape, it's crazy already. So when you want to draw this kind of composition, yeah, definitely you need to care of this, like, shape language, you know, it's also called. So, and this also is kind of case when it helps when you already have solid knowledge in perspective, so it will be like kind of on a constantly on the side of your mind. When you draw some 2D form, you also think about how perspective works in this case. But this right now, you see, I don't draw any vanishing points. I just playing around with the shape. Так. And then here I start to think about like, oh, how also I can marriage this with a perspective, with a space. So I will have clear idea like where is the horizon line, where is the sides, kind of, if like in the box logic, right? So here it's we need again, like I was talking here about this tapering, but also this principle with ellipses. So remember, I have tutorials where I talking about this a lot. So with ellipses, like with Mach, for example, if you have Mach and you will see it's like here is your eye level and here will be like ellipse over top and the ellipse over bottom. If we draw ellipse closer to horizon line, it will become more narrow. Right, so there is kind of this principle closer, like circle, like we have circle here, it's right below me, like it's right below this camera or observer. So camera look here, this horizon line there. If camera look straight below, so it will see circle, it will see circle. If camera look straight there, it will see flat line. So circle right below me, cup will be circle, right? And in front of me, circle will become just narrow line, like this. In my eye level, it's a line, and then we have transition in between. And then it's go above eye level from other side, so it's like dun, 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 dun. And then we see from bottom, kind of, right? And same work on the vertical axis, so same vertically, like it's here it's a line, moving right it's more going to circle, and same moving left it's more going to circle. And we can have this transition. So it's like also when you draw, let's say you have a road here, this is the vanishing point, then here kind of we have a bump, right? And I just can draw it like this with a kind of tube shape bump, like perfect kind of tubular bump, right? So in the center it will be just straight line, and then here we have transition. It's like how this curvature of this tube will be like flattened to the center and more open when it's go more to right, more and more open. So it's you see it's kind of all this principle of building perspective grid apply in so many variations. That's why also it's important to practice, to draw all this stuff couple times, because it's a step, give you foundation, make you able to make like many different variations to play around with this, you know. So you're not so rigid to very basic standard options. You need to be able to flex it, to do whatever you want, you know, with this. So it's like if a road here, right? Let's say it might be here very wide. So if picture here like this, my picture plan, and this is look, my road going like this. So, and here I can still use on my grid to show some kind of texture on a road, you know, or maybe it will be like this. So now knowing all this grammar, all this, yeah, it's kind of grammar, being literate with perspective, you can translate two-dimensional form into this language of perspective and 3D. So here, for example, we have this one, right? So this one will converge somewhere here, and this actually seems for me like actual horizon line here in this picture. So then if like here I can say this like moving little up, so it's like a vanishing point little above horizon line. Same this piece of road have like vanishing point above horizon line, and this have vanish. So when I need, I can go there, I can start to break it down when I need it. And this is kind of point here, right? It's like often like it's a difference between theory and practice. Practice is not only about knowing answers, it's about finding your own answers. You need to find like how to apply knowledge, how to adjust this kind of knowledge. So, and why we need this? Because like I say, we need vanishing points, or we need to know how convergence goes, where is perspective grid, so we can able to draw a vehicle. Like, let's maybe this color, no, green. So having this perspective, now I can draw my car here. Or here on this side of road. I can make like traffic jam here. So same here, right? So I find this grid here. I can put like any kind of car. Same here. We have this grid, right? Again, because it's a box. For box we need rigid perspective. We cannot just draw random curved stuff following road. And here, let's for example like a bus. Maybe this one is bus here. And then I can imagine here perspective grid. Here will be another bus. So let's see this one, right? And in the case of my drawing, you can see how much actually I have freedom to build my own grid for this. Select shape here, right? I can say like, okay, maybe I will do horizon line here, and or even here, you know. And then I say like, okay, here will be vanishing point, so I can draw on this part of road. Car will follow in this vanishing point. And here it will follow, it will be like perspective grid. So I have horizon line, I have this angle, so now I can make perspective grid, and for this perspective grid will be a second car here. Also remind, I have tutorials on YouTube for free, they open, about how to draw vehicles in perspective, how to draw vehicles for beginners. So, and do all this with any kind of part of a road here. You just say like you need to see it as a ribbon, like I say. You have this middle line, and I can like put this cross, kind of cross cut, right? Cross line, like in a ribbon. We have this direction and we have this perpendicular direction. So if I want to find like 3D quality of this, I need to break it down. I don't need to do it all the time for all my road, but I need to be able to do this, to break it down when it's necessary, like when I need, for example, to draw vehicle here, right? So when I say like, oh, I want to draw on this part of a ribbon, so and I say, okay, how it works according horizon line. So like, okay, maybe it's parallel to ground, this piece of road, so it means vanishing point will be on a horizon line. So it means I can draw a vehicle following vanishing point on a horizon line. So it's kind of about ability to see how road have its own life. It's like living its own life, and space with the vehicles, they on their own, but somehow they have common space, right? So you need to see how they together unite in one space, coexist in a mutual space. So, and then this road I can change the this like mountain road here, right? And then we have like surface of a tilted surface of a mountain here. And here maybe overlapping, so maybe here I make this like mountain overlapping. So write me in a comment like if it's clear. I can answer your questions, or I can make one more video describing more clearly or exploring some other aspects. Так. So again, when we're composing our picture, and you say like you want just going wild, you want to draw some crazy dynamic road in while having control over perspective with it, right? So let's say, so what you're considering, what you need to think about is like you have space, so it's like eye level, horizon line, you have this, it can be many vanishing points on the horizon line, or let's say we take one vanishing point, z vanishing point for example, right? So this is our space. It can be, let's say, like curvilinear perspective, right? So this y-axis curved like this, and x-axis curved like this way. And I can have here like a low plane like this, then I have like this, maybe some kind of cyberpunk construction, like different levels, different ceilings, different rooftops. So let's say this is just like my space and configuration of surfaces I have here in this scenario, kind of, right? So, and then maybe here it's a mountain, and here we have mountain, some hill kind of, and then it's a flat, and we have like a river here on a flat ground. So this is kind of like our scene. It's kind of like my scenario, my environment here, and I want to say like, oh, it's a road somewhere here, like, wow, crazy road. It's on its own road, just doing its stuff. It's like I say, it was surface, and then we add ribbon to this surface, right? And now when I draw this ribbon, I also think like how cool is it looks like a shape design, you know, it's like whoosh, like have some swooshes, it's like this this curve also is called like a grace, right? Because you take one grace and you make tapering with two graces, right? And it just only with that you can make very cool dynamic structure, so dynamic form. So here I have just randomly drop this road here, so whoosh. And now I say okay, I want to make it three-dimensional. So now I have this like a 3D ribbon here. Let's put this marker, green marker. And then I say like okay, and what happened with like how to draw vehicles here. Okay, let's see, like give more details to it. So we have this like grid for its surface. Then I can say like okay, I cannot bend my car, right? So it will be like maybe one car will be here, this car will be here like this car will be here. So I just draw them like a boxes. And one car maybe like flying over here, and this car is like having vanishing point on the horizon line. It's kind of, so it's like everybody says they're tired of drawing boxes, as they already draw so boxes a lot, is boring. So okay, then it will be easy for you, because this is just bunch of boxes. So then we can just develop it. So make some details. And yeah, like I say, ribbon, right? So for a ribbon itself, I find this y-axis, like where is a vertical for it. So I can draw this electric poles. And we can draw like pillars kind of for this freeway. or this may be like, oh, okay, let's do like this kind of wizard showing his magic. It's like, oh, I can bend this road. So also in a video about how to rotate objects in perspective, you can find details about how I'm drawing these cars. Because this one, yes, definitely can call advanced perspective, not for beginner. You need to already be like fluent with the drawing boxes in perspective. So it means like box, right? We have box or square, cube. You look in the front of cube, or then this cube is very, very slightly rotated, or then it's like slightly rotated also upwards, or then it's like it's rotated very much like this. So you need to have this practice of drawing, also calls like, I call them like Crane's cubes. I have a tutorial about rotating objects in perspective in this my channel, Gene Bond Art. So I recommend for you to watch this tutorial how to rotate objects. It's super helpful, and this information should be for money, but I make it for YouTube for free, and it's like compilation of a lot of material, which is take years to find, just to find it, you know. So in here, remind you, we have this buildings, like I said before. Here it's surface, right? Here it's own stuff. So we know how they coexist. We know what happened with the ground stuff here. Like we have horizon there is river, then this rooftops. So this is what you're dealing with, and it's important to have this clarity, clear idea, clear understanding. So then let's show you some more examples. So here now you see what I'm talking about, right? Let's see. Yeah, thank you, don't ask, dude. So here you see we have like this ribbon of road. Then we have environment, so there's like this mountain, little overlap in this road. So I kind of start to, in the case when reference not clear, you're acting same like if you're making your own picture. You can, instead of looking for information, right, just made it up, create your own scenario. So what kind of environment here? So I say it's kind of this surface of mountain, and maybe there I will do like other mountain going other direction, other angle. It's word curvilinear. It's like it's like line art, line. What is not straight line? It's curved. Anyway, I'm no linguist. So, and then we have a vehicle on the road, and you see it can be like very different. It's like when you draw such thing, you're not only it's no one way of drawing this. It's more about establishing condition, establishing perspective. So when it's like this, right, what is show you? We know this truck is much longer than it seems. So it's like from a side view, this truck may be like this long, you know. But here we have angle when this side part almost invisible. It's like this narrow, right? So it gives us information. Give us information about perspective for this truck. So it's kind of like this, and it's just like it don't follow curvature of road at all. See, it's kind of interesting. So I don't even know, like this is like horizon line. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here, or maybe it's here. Not sure, from this reference hard to say. But we can like follow in this truck. We can say like for other cars on this area, they will follow this kind of same level. So let's say maybe a different vanishing point like this one here. So here can draw like a bunch of cars. Maybe here. So this part of road is straight, so it's already like kind of give us perspective grid here, so it's more easy for here to draw. And etc. Same here, here. And this one. So you see we have this surface, and this like environment kind of situation here, right? Then we have this road is a ribbon, which is can be also breakdown in axis kind of, so it's like x-axis, z-axis, and then this bicycles, they're like boxes. Here we have two bicycles together, can make them in one box. And knowing all this, we can also make our own boxes, can draw our own vehicles here. Here like a truck. So you see now with this approach you can draw any kind of route. So like this one. So we have this surface. Let's see, it's kind of our environment here, and there's mountains, and then we have a ribbon, then you can analyze this ribbon. And now you can put boxes into this ribbon. So like here you see, right, I cannot draw car like this. It just don't make sense. It's not fisheye perspective, it's just curved road. So I draw box, I draw car like this or like this. Same here, it can be car like this. Same here, it's not curved, it's a box with a certain angle. Like I say, they coexist, but they're different. Road is road, surface is surface, and stuff on the road, all these objects or vehicles or whatever, they have their own stuff. And etc. There. And cats want to agree with me. So like, meow meow. Oh, there's camera. Cat. Meow meow meow. Так. Cat, what are you do all the time?
What do you do?
I say what I mean, and I do what I say.
You say meow meow all the time. This is what you mean? In this one, look how on the earth you will draw something like that. Now you can draw following my principle. Let's say following my approach. You can draw anything. Так, so see we have this, so and it other color, like surface, right? So there is maybe here horizon line, and then we have this kind of ground here, and we have insane ribbon, just where whatever, it's just you draw this ribbon you kind of can just try to feel it, how you lie it down to this surface, but is not always follow surface perfectly because it's man-made. So sometimes it's carved, sometimes it have like a bridge. So just whatever going like converging in perspective a little bit, just going further, make it smaller. So like I say, it's just about drawing a ribbon in a space, right? So now you have ribbon, then you start to break it down to structure, like how this surface of this ribbon works, and then you draw boxes on this ribbon, and you can say like, oh, if this box is like if this surface on which standing car is parallel to ground, then okay, it's kind of will be related to horizon line. So if you want, you can draw it with kind of vanishing point on the horizon line, which can be also like rotated, or it can be like any vanishing point. So it's like instead of this, right, it can be like this, following this vanishing point. This heat, I think it's called heat. There are Al Pacino, Robert De Niro in this movie. Так, so let's say this picture, right? Just for example again, I cannot show it same situation already, but let's say, oh, I have horizon line here, then I have this surface kind of like this, and then I draw a ribbon for a road. So, and with this ribbon, like I say, I'm more like just composing it on this stage. If I will see any problem with this, I can start to more thinking about proper perspective. But general problem with this kind of roads, it's like almost impossible to draw it properly in perspective. It's just like, or you will make it simplify, or you need just make 3D model, so then you will have like super perfect proper road in perspective. Otherwise you better drawing this with this approach when design it's on the first priority, and then perspective is like support of it. So here we have this space, we have a ribbon. Now I can break ribbon a little bit for structure. So we have the structural form lines on a ribbon. And then when I draw car, I can say like, oh, this like going up or going down, right? If it's parallel to ground, so this car here will have like vanishing point here on the horizon line. So, and here maybe like let's say using this or again what is more convenient is just you follow in form of a ribbon. You just make these boxes which will follow kind of perspective of a ribbon. Just like remember this rule. I don't write it. So road bends, right? Car rigid I think. No bend. So just don't be confused. It's not curvature of perspective. It's not fisheye. It's car can be bent in fisheye. But here it's always box. So no matter how road is bent, car will be there as a box. It's like here I have this curvature of the road, but my car here will be like box like this, or box like that. They always in boxes. No, if it's not like a joke. So, same here. Like I don't draw curved car. I drew like this, so I can draw a whole traffic jam. Hello stuff. So kind of this for today. So if you have problem with any of this, you need to study them separately, practice them separately. So practice, just draw, just make some couple pages or whole sketchbook dedicated to drawing ribbons. No. Just like to see how they work. Like or like you just like draw two random line and now turn it into a ribbon. And then with the shapes also try to look at them as this like a grace, then also tapering, interlocking curves, and this kind of interlocking tapering lines. And for perspective in general, watch my tutorials about perspective grids and how to rotate objects in perspective. And if you want more demonstrations of a road, I can make more breakdowns. I can like analyze, break down all of this, like just give you example. And you can also follow my breakdowns, because like I can show you how to draw this particular view, and you can follow me, can draw as I draw, and this itself is good practice for you. because it will give you like this new skill to make you able to draw such kind of scenario, you know, or this one. So let me know in the comments. I can make more videos about roads, make more examples how to draw. Cool. See you, Derek. Yeah, see you next time. Так, yeah, so, and thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for all my members on YouTube and Patreons. If you want support, become member, become Patreon, send me like super thanks and stuff like that. And write your comments, push likes and etc.
Madness. This is Team